What is your biggest flex that nobody else knows about? Two of my closest friends said I really helped them prevent their suicide. I'm 45 and retired. Never working again. I just tell most people I work from home. I helped a homeless person find a job. I'm so good at flicking pennies PENNIES that I can flick them into people's pockets without them knowing. I'm 41 and have been working on my push-ups. Today I hit 160. I'm rather happy with myself. When my girlfriend and I worked at the same bar, I threw a coaster at her like a frisbee. It arced over her and like 20 customers only to land perfectly on the neat stack of other coasters like 50 feet away. It was so fucking cool, but nobody noticed except one customer who I later had to kick out for taking a nap on the bar. No point in telling anybody, but I look back fondly on that moment. I'm almost 37 and managed to do a one-arm pull-up not too long ago. Nobody knows, because my girlfriend doesn't care, and 37 is not the age where you flex silly stuff like this to friends or coworkers anymore. Maybe I'll show my daughter at some point. She's 1 and amazed by most things I do anyway. I've been off heroin since 29. Deaf person here who wears hearing aids and relies heavily on lip reading. I get excited on the extremely rare occasions I can figure out a spoken phrase without any lip reading. It almost never happens. Or when I recognize a song I know, but there's no point in bragging, because other people will just think I'm not that deaf, and make less of an effort to face me speak clearly. Lol. I think mine would be that my ex-mother, whom I am not close with at all, told me to my face that her son is a horrible father to our daughter, and the only reason she's grown to be the young woman she is today is because of me and my husband raising her, and our influence on her. She finally chose to live with us full-time a year ago due to the constant mental and verbal abuse she was subjected to at his home. I think about it when the times get really tough and he's coming at me with the verbal abuse because he can't get to her anymore. I'm probably doing the best financially out of all of my friends, so if someone I care about is struggling, I will help them pay bills or gift them some cash. Anonymously if I can, but it's not always possible. I don't want them to pay me back. One time in my 20s, I ding-dong ditched a friend with groceries after she vented on social media that she had no food or money to buy food. I paid the electric bill on a house where I liked going to see house shows. My friends are mostly broke creative types who enrich my life with their incredible art and music, and I'm not very talented. I'm over here filling up my bank account with dumb manual labor jobs, so I figure it's a good way to try to return the favor. Obviously most of the people I helped know what I did, but I don't talk about it except to strangers online like this. Maybe they will all compare notes at my funeral someday and be like, livid parsnip paid my rent once when I lost my job. No way. She helped me afford my medication when I was struggling. No way. She bought a bunch of books for my classroom library. She paid to have my accordion fixed when I had a gig. She gave me $500 for my birthday when I was having trouble putting food on the table. I'm working on bicycle gears technology where you don't have to think about it or know how it works. You just pedal it, and it compensates with a strange mechanism coupled to a Raspberry Pi. It will be able to give people who ride bikes with partial or full hand disabilities who are already using adaptive interfaces to ride a bike at all the ability to shift gears without input and have a much nicer time riding. It is indexless, so there is no K-chunk sound or feel when the micro shifts occur. It's gonna be awesome. Been working on it for years and am really close to fruition. Did the school run. A kid fell down the stairs, other parents walked past him, and the kid was crying. I stopped, picked him up, checked him over, and walked him to his grandma who was picking him up that day and explained what happened. His mother, who works at the local pharmacy, said he described me to her so she knew it was me. She thanked me and said I made him feel safe when I was helping him. I got a $59K bonus last year and paid off both our family cars, saving me a $1,000 a month in car payments. I wrote a story that got 7.25K reads on Wattpad. When given the opportunity to, I don't usually choose my own interests over someone else's well-being. I feel like that's pretty flexible. I've paid for 17 meals for people at work this year and only been caught once. My goal is 20 by end of the year. I've mentioned it once or twice when caught that it's just something I do. People at work, while not family, are people I see 40 hours a week day in and day out. If I see you shuffling for your card or cash in line, my card will hit your reader and it'll be gone before you can see who. Number 20, I'm coming for ya. I can parallel park like a motherfucker. The fact that I wrote the Bluetooth stack and a lot of the current drivers for Android phones. There's a local famous laser tag place that just closed down. I was there on the last day they were open. It was kind of a big deal here. A lot of people showed out for them. I played the very last game that day and my team won. So I played the last QZR game in the history of the Earth, and I was the one scoring player in the whole game.